Hello, my name is Johannes Zangerle. I'm a technical business developer from B+. What is our business about? Our business is all about data and big data. So when we talk about data harvesting, we think it's not only recording with just a couple of data sources, but we talk about up to 8 gigabytes per second data rates. Where comes it from? It's not typically lean CAN, FlexRay or even Ethernet with 100 megabit per second. It's all about sensors, LiDAR, radar, camera, most of all. That's why we have our equipment in hardware and in software prepared for huge data rates. First step is, of course, a test drive preparation. Preparation means we are in the role of a fleet manager. We have to define which car is in which fleet, what's the components in a car, what's the intention, of course, of the test drive with our cars, our fleets. That's what the fleet manager does in his office, of course. Next step, that's the stuff behind me, is we have to take into operation all these components in hardware and in software. That means not only to connect the different components with Ethernet lines, for example, but it also means we have to configure our time synchronization. Every device we have, cascaded logger system, for example, measurement data interfaces which make the time stamping, they have to be synchronized to the same time base. The time base isn't allowed to jump, of course. This is all our business and you shouldn't take care much about that. It's easy for you to configure it. Yeah, then you go ahead with your test drive. The driver takes place in the car, is anywhere on the world, and you've got a new software. You found a bug, provide a new firmware for your ECU, the device under test, and of course you can't call back the car from Africa, for example. So what is your demand? You have to flash it per remote connection. That's what we can, that's what we have in our stuff, as well in hardware and in software. Well, test drive finished, then you've got to take out the data, and we are talking about 32, 64 or even more terabyte of data. That's why we use storage cartridges. You just take out the cartridge, give in an empty one, and you can go ahead with your test drive. What's to do with the filled storage cartridge? You use one of our copy stations, an ingest station, which uploads all the data, maybe compress it before, recalculate timestamps, for example, or whatever you can imagine, upload into your backend station, typically your cloud. Next step is, of course, then find the right data. We've got multiple petabytes of data, and what's very, very helpful, of course, a lot of metadata, which belongs to the raw data you recorded. And that's the tool we provide. Find the raw data which you really need. Very often it's just 10 seconds of all the raw data you collected based on metadata you have. Well, this is our business, and if you want to go one step further, then of course we provide also tools in hardware and software for sensor data replay. Time synchronous, of course, like our logging. That's it.